So apparently one of the jury members have created a TikTok account and they are anonymously answering questions that we have. So I was a little bit hesitant about covering this because I'm not really sure if it's really him or not. It could just be a person just making an account, just like, hey, by the way, I'm the jury. Hello, hi. But yeah, I want to go through it. Let's read it together and let's see if we think if it's true or not. Because I am very curious. I'm a very nosy, curious mother effer. So I want to know. I want to see what he says. Oh, check the jury badge. It might be fake. I don't know what it'll look like. He said some good stuff. Okay, let's go through it together. It's not like I'm going to even know what a jury badge even looks like. Where's the jury badge? Oh, can you show a juror's identification like a tag? Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like, but okay. All right. Well, that's a jury badge. I don't know if it's real, if I don't know if it's fake. But let's read through the messages, and we can just figure it out. See how credible we think this person might be. What did y'all think of Camille? The public loves her.
I feel like what made Camille so great is that she seemed to be so much more prepared than any of the other lawyers in the trial. She always seemed to know what questions to ask and always was 5 steps ahead. And it was like she'd lead him down this little rabbit hole to catch him in a trap by just asking the right question at the right time to get the right reaction. She was really respectful to everybody. She held herself well. And I just think she was really sharp and knew what she was doing and did it with purpose. And
I'm like, what? How many malice you got in there? Trying to be so nosy.
Integrity. All the business side stuff aside, she wasn't too bad on the eyes. Situation. What she did was malicious, but I don't think by any means this gives us a right to express hate towards her or to bully her. And, take with that what you will, but I think the secret of life is love. And if you can show love and compassion for others, it goes a long way, and I think it helps you build good karma.
If Amber Heard came out, apologized, was like, you know what, guys, I lied, I fucked at some point, and she actually changed and showed that she changed for the better, then people will forgive her. But if she's going to continue on blaming everyone else, blaming the jury, blaming the court system, blaming her lawyers, her PR team, blaming Johnny's fans, blaming people who don't believe her, then people are going to continue to fucking lambast shit out of her. It's just how it is,
So Amber Heard was awarded $2 million in this case for a couple different reasons. If you remember, she was also suing Johnny Depp in this trial for defamation due to statements made by Johnny's lawyers, who were stating that Amber roughed up the apartment to make it look way worse for police. Unfortunately, the fact of her doing that or not doing that cannot be proven, but it could prove that it did defame her in ways due to those statements made by Johnny's lawyers.
I'm curious how you all came up with the number of 15 million. I honestly thought it would have been more. He would have made that from Disney alone. Many jurors wanted to award the 50 million. Sometimes in life we have to compromise. The Adam Waldman statement may not have been proven, but Adam Waldman believed it was true, so I don't believe it was said with malice. Agreed. How do you feel about Elaine going on TV, basically accusing all you jurors of not following the rules?
I'm trying to view this from a place of empathy and understanding. I'm not sure if you guys noticed how much Amber Heard was gaslighting Johnny Depp. She could have never admit she was wrong, and you can even tell with how she spoke, to him in the recording. She never admitted she really did anything, and she carried that on to the trial. And I feel like we as humans naturally take our own personal truths to the grave when we can't admit we were wrong. So I feel that's what her team's doing now, is doing a smear campaign to, not admit that they were guilty. Because if they were to just kind of cower down and accept the verdict, in a way, to the public eye, it can be seen as an admission of guilt. So I think this is just their way of trying to, claw and tooth their way into, trying to save dignity in some form for Amber Heard. I'm trying to view this from a place.
I wanted to add to her lawyers were hired to do a job. If they don't believe it, they're just doing their job for their client. That's how I felt initially. And then I saw Elaine on TV just blaming everyone. I know she's just the mouthpiece for Amber Heard's PR team. But, oh, man, it's hard to stay unbiased, and it's hard to just be like, oh, yeah, Elaine's just doing her job. That's how I felt during the trial. I'm like, yeah, she's just doing her job, she's just doing her job. Because I started feeling bad for her. But God, man, those interviews just like, oh gosh. Did the jury notice she never shed a tear? Yes, with exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Did you notice that the text message about Molly was incoming to Johnny's phone rather than outgoing? Yes, we did. Oh, nice. Did you notice the Bruise kit that was in the photo with the ice cream melting down his pants? I did not notice that. Wow. Yeah, that's something like I don't think a lot of people noticed initially. Someone did some like zoom in work and found that. What did you think of Dr. Spiegel, the Charlie Chocolate Factory psychiatrist? He did not help Amber's case at all. Thank you for sharing this. Were there actual moments in the trial that helped you see who was the actual victim here? Yes. Ooh, she reminded me of my ex, how she used to gaslight, trusted my gut. So there's like a part in the jury form where it's like you have to be unbiased, but it's absolutely hard to have the jury to be unbiased. They're of course going to use their past experience and things that they dealt with, you know, to make their decision. It's completely hard to just negate all of that. Which lawyers did you think the best and convinced you the most? Camille, by far. Off topic, what did y'all think of Isaac Bruise as a gem as well? I love him. He was by far the best, straight to the point, no bullshit. We were so scared since you weren't allowed to go on social media. Has anything you've seen after the trial shocked you? Just how funny all the edits are, because all I saw was 100 hours of unedited debating. True. Puts it in perspective, the court of opinion. Did any of the jurors believe Amber Heard? Wouldn't say believed her, but saw it as they thought both were guilty of defaming each other. Okay. What did y'all think of Whitney Heard? She seemed to be supporting her sister out of obligation and manipulation to me. Didn't seem like she wanted to be there. Would be a tough situation. Yeah, Whitney, whenever the camera panned on her, dude, her face was just like, get me the out of here. Why am I here? Did everyone on the jury hate Amber? Not hate, but most didn't empathize. Did you guys notice when she sniffed something on the witness stand? I did not notice that. Would you consider going on a YouTube channel that covered the trial, like That Umbrella, Emily Baker, Rekieta Law? Way too much work. I'm ready to move on. Yeah, I think this guy is just like, oh, okay, I'm here to answer some questions. But now that you've seen social media reactions, is there anything you would have heard or read that would have changed your decision before, had you known it before? I guess seeing the compilation of mannerisms from both sides, seeing it in context makes it more obvious, and all the insight from TikTok. Did the jury feel the same way about Amber? Did anyone fall on Amber's side that had to be persuaded? Most everyone, yes. It wasn't completely unanimous in the beginning of the deliberation, but all did agree she was more guilty than Johnny. How did you feel about her constantly looking at you guys whenever she said anything? Very uncomfortable. It just seemed forced and unnatural. Looks weird on camera. Was even weirder in person. I wonder if Amber Heard started getting whiplash from all the neck turns that she did. If they hated Amber, they wouldn't have given her $2 million. I want to know their lunch routine. I know, right? I was going to ask them about that too. Like, yo, where'd you guys eat? Did you bring your lunches? Like, did you have to pee? I know this case was never about the money for Johnny, but he lost a lot of money. He won his case, went out to 50. Jury couldn't agree on the amount. The amounts were averaged out to get the final numbers. All right. I mean, so far it seems, seems like this person sounds legit. Seems like it. Sounds like it. Juror reacts to Amber Heard, says Johnny Depp reaction.
Heard Johnny Depp trial, and I wish to remain anonymous, but I thought I'd give some insight on my thoughts about the trial. I don't follow pop culture too much, so I haven't really been a fan of Johnny Depp or Amber Heard, so I feel I was able to be pretty unbiased about the whole thing. But from the very beginning, when Amber Heard was testifying, everything just seemed so off with how she kept making eye contact with me, and it made me extremely uncomfortable to where I would no longer look over at her when she was giving her answers. I would just listen intently, and everything she was saying came off like bullshit. And I wasn't following anything on TikTok during the whole trial, and I was scrolling through after the trial, and blows my mind on how every single person seemed to be commenting on how weird it was. So, good news for Johnny Depp. That was my gut feeling after all the information in the trial. But Amber Heard, what a crazy woman.
What was your reaction when her dog stepped on the bee? She seemed to be pulling stories out of the air at that point. It was killing me to know the jury was uncomfortable with Amber stare down. I was uncomfortable just watching it on TV. I felt bad for you guys. Couldn't even look at her anymore. Come on, people. Anyone could make a video saying they're one of the jurors. The world is a better place with curiosity and being speculative. Being speculative about information is one of the best things about slimes. What do you think of Dr. Smeagol? He was quite a character. I didn't realize he made all those weird faces until seeing a video, but he was definitely an interesting person. How did you feel about the pledge versus donated? 100% could admit she was wrong in anything. That's what sealed it for me. Camille did a great job. Interesting. I was wondering if the jurors would be able to pick up on her without Tim Talk analysis. Lol, good work. 100%. Why 10 mil, not 50? Unrealistic amount, and not all jurors agreed on the amount. Found a happy medium. Can you give any insight as to why you found in Amber's favor in one statement? P.S. Thank you. It was a compromise. The jury has to be unanimous. I was all in favor of Depp 100%. Have you seen Elaine Bredehoff's interviews about the trial? I have not. I'll look it up soon. My head is already about to explode from this trial. Gonna need a bit of a break. Were you surprised to see how much everything blew up on social media over the course of the trial? Friends and family told me, but I stayed off social media as I really didn't want to use it as much anyways. I wanted to be a fair juror. Where were all the jurors on Johnny's side, or did you guys have to compromise? Find a compromise. Did you and jury think Johnny physically abused her at all? Yes, we did. We didn't believe he was the instigator, and not to the extent that she abused him. Were you paid? In Spain, the jurors have to stay in the hotel until the trial is over. They can't go to work. I have a great employer who paid the entire time. Well, that's good for him. Very nice. Thanks to Camille. She pointed out, stop making arguments to the jury. Oh, man. Was it easy for everyone of the jury to come out to the decision, or did it take some convincing? It took convincing of one juror. What were your thoughts when you initially were called for jury duty? Awful. Lol, I served once before I lived in California, but it was only a 2-day trial. Yeah, I feel like people were like, oh my God, jury duty, no. Need to know, did anyone else think she was taking bumps on the stand? Appears just to me. I don't think anyone thought of anything of it. Yeah, I don't believe she was doing cocaine on the stand. She would have been like, oh, whoo. Okay, all right. Well, that's what we got so far. I guess let me see what the let me check the Instagram really quick. I'm just trying to wait and see if this person has any motives. You know, I'm always very sus of people. I'm like, are they gonna start dropping like their like check out my SoundCloud? Yo, go to my MySpace, check out my music. I'm going to have no cell service. I'm going to camping, but I'll try to answer people's questions tomorrow evening or the next day. There's hundreds, so it'll be hard, but like your favorite question, and I'll answer the top rated. Have a good night, everyone. What did the jury think when Amber's 2 pictures were proven to be the same picture, just edited? We already knew they were. They look exactly the same picture from the beginning. What witness did you agree was telling the most truthful testimony? Which witness sealed it for you all? Mine was Isaac and Dr. Curry. Thank you. Isaac for me. Damn, strong start with Isaac. How many juries, if any, sided with Amber? 1.5. One was on the fence. Oh, so one was on the fence and the other one was a half. Interesting. Did any person in the jury side more with Amber Heard? Yes. What did you guys think about Kate Moss' testimony? To the point means a lot for Next to speak up on your behalf. Yeah, and remember, Tasha wasn't on the stand for Amber Heard. I wonder what happened with that. Started Instagram where I post my thoughts and pictures. I'm going to keep it spiritual in my... Okay, where is it? Obviously, this person pretended to be a juror so he'd rapidly gain followers on his new Instagram account and for clout. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, because they could just be posting random shit, right? But yeah, let's see where this is going. Because we might just be bamboozled at the end of the day. So, I don't know. So far... You know, this person, you know, I would say that so far this person, the way they're answering seems okay, but we'll see. So for me, I like things with deep pockets because when I walk my dogs, I like to put my cell phone in my pockets, and a lot of pockets aren't deep enough, and basketball shorts are just deep enough to put a big ass iPad in your pocket.